All of Chapter 5 is finally out and it's all released. We're going to be talking about all the skins, all the notes, the theories, the ending, and more, all in this video. So first, let's talk about the story. Here we go. So Z and Zuzi pop up from the sewer grate and ask one of us to come down to the sewer. So obviously it's the player, and they leave all the other characters behind so that, TSP won't get suspicious of anything. So our ultimate goal is to open up the sewer and stop Willow, which we do. So Z and Zuzi say they're going to meet us outside, and they also have to go back to the safe place to get some other things. We escape the sewer via a different route, and we let everyone go. So as we let everyone go, Tigry sees us. He's about to, wheel his weapon, but he stops because TSP really hates him. They treated him unfairly according to the notes in the refinery. So he does not want to go along with what they're doing. However, Willow sees him and deals with it herself. She shoots and aims at Pony, but Giraffe leaps in front of Pony and takes the shot. And I guess he's gonna die. We don't know. He seemed like he was pretty good. But then the player confronts Willow and finally tries to stop all this nonsense, and she says, "Let's dance." Moving on to the two skins, which weren't released at the exact same time. Now, first we have Alphys the alligator. As of now, probably one of the most scary skins in Piggy. His music, amazing, very scary. However, the bot works differently. He can place down traps. He senses you. He does not have that AI where he just follows you regardless if he sees you or not. He will not always be on the run for you. He will not always be chasing you unless you're obviously always in his sight line. A few days later, Minitoon released the new skin Mary, which is short for Marionette, which is a scary puppet from another very scary game, which I don't know much about. But she is made of wood, possibly possessed by Mr. Stitchy, guys. That is a big theory that we have to talk about later. That's why she's a puppet. Puppets are controlled, and she is controlled supposedly by Mr. Stitchy. Now, moving on to the notes. First note, this place is forbidden. If you were caught down here, you will be relocated. This is not a hangout spot by TSP. Second note, what's she hiding in her office? I bet you she knows something we don't. I'm going to get into her office no matter the troubles. Signed, Tigry. Though Willow might be a psychopathic maniac, because our guess is that she's infected. Yes, guys, spoilers for the theory section of this video. I think she has the potion. It could be the cure. It could be part of the cure. It could simply just be the fact that she's infected and she just wants to hide it from everyone, which we think can very well be possible. The note's hard to read, but it says, "I'm worried about Willow. Her hatred for Pony and the officer have resurfaced tenfold now that she's come to face with them. She's never like this." Fourth note, flood the place. There are too many of them, and we cannot let them get to upper levels. Now, this is obviously by TSP, and they're referring to the infected. Now, our last few notes have to deal with the Insolence and Mr. Stitchy and that whole theory that wraps everything together. So down in the classroom, we have this note, which says, "The Insolence calls my name. I will stay down here, even if the workers wish to flood it, and I am devoted to the eye." So we've seen the eye at the safe place, but then we've also seen it behind the classroom chalkboard, and in Piggy Night Vision mode, you can see it right where the piggy spawns. Now, along with Mr. Stitchy, we also have one of his notes right above the classroom door frame, and it says, "Light the beacon, summon it." Now, at first I thought that was, since it's written by Mr. Stitchy, I thought it had something to do with maybe the eye or the Insolence or something weird like that. But no! In the Book 2 trailer, the thing that Pony was looking at, that was the beacon on that building. Though we don't have much information yet, we could start to make theories about what we think the Chapter 6 map is going to be all about. Now, it's going to be the finale for the first part of Book 2. And so far, the only hints that we've been giving that we assume have some relation to Chapter 6 by Minitoon are as follows. Technically, he didn't specify that this was Chapter 6, but here we go. We got an ambulance, we got an alarm, we got Brick, Fire, and Willow, or William. It's a wolf. So that's our theory about the wolf. The siren and the ambulance have something to do with Giraffe. The brick and the fire emoji resemble probably a flashback, most likely, to William's death, guys. Now, this may not be the whole Chapter 6 map. This might just be a little bit of insight on what's to come, because I think Minitoon's going to do this. He's probably going to have one flashback per part for Book 2. In other words, for Part 1 of Book 2, our flashback was the alleys in Chapter 1. Now, Chapter 7, maybe, I don't know, could potentially be that flashback to William's death and how that all happened. I don't know. It could very well be a really interesting theory. I can't wait to see how that happens. Though Willow's NPC might have the glass texturing, the crack on her nose kind of gives away the fact that she might be infected. Now, if that gets debunked, we still have the notes by other TSP members to back our theory up that she is very aggressive and losing it. She would not turn down help from other groups that are out there during a piggy infection apocalypse. I think, unless she's always this way, which I really can't say anything about that. But after you get out of a sewer and go to some form of a jail cell, what other place would you go to next? Now, she said, let's dance. Taking that literally, maybe a really cool abandoned dance place or like a club or something. I don't know if that would be age appropriate, but something like a nightclub. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? But then on the other hand, you could look at the angle where you have Giraffe going to a hospital, probably in a cutscene. They are not going to make another map about that. That's definitely guaranteed. You're never going to go back to the same map that you were just at. But then again, we probably wouldn't even do that because the player is going with Willow and they're going who knows where to fix Giraffe. So that's all we got so far. Not much. I expect more, screenshots and images to come. In the meantime, make sure you guys are subscribed, tap the bell, and like this video because you made it all the way through. I base my likes, watch time, and audience retention off of how well a video did, and I use that template or that style of video for my next video, usually, depending on what kind of video it is. And we do live streams very randomly, mostly the weekends though. That is something I can guarantee. But if you want to be there for those live streams, they're usually in the afternoon. Turn the notification bell on. That's all the more reason to do it, and it proves that you are a true subscriber. Assuming that you already have the bell on if you already are a subscriber. I will see you in the next episode. And as always, comment for more content. You have been watching this on Piggy Plus.